beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. All right, you guys, we are here to do something different. First of all, I want to say thank you to all my new subbies. Thank you guys, and welcome to the beautiful people family. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It absolutely costs you nothing, and it's not even a big deal for you to just click subscribe, but it's huge to me. Like, I know every time I get another subby. So the shit is huge. Your support is huge. And listen, just click the button. It does nothing for you, but it does wonders for me. But I do appreciate everybody who has just subscribed. And you guys, let me just say real quick, because we're about to talk about the Joe Budden podcast, which is my shit. You guys, sorry. I know, I do the reviews and I'm inconsistent and the whole nine. But the thing is this, you guys, reality TV is just not giving me what I used to get from it. Like, I just don't care anymore. So it's hard for me to review it, although I do like doing the YouTube and giving my opinion on shit because I'm very opinionated, but just about stuff that I care about. And I don't care about a lot of these reality shows anymore. So I'm sorry, but I just figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about shit that I care about. And that's that. It's like, people can, if it's something that you don't watch or don't care about, you could just go past this video and catch me on the next video or something. I mean, I'm still gonna do some reality shows. I can't wait for Atlanta to come. I just want to see what's happening, like what's going on with it. It's been gone for a long time, you guys, which is actually good because we needed time to miss it. But anyway, back to what we're talking about today. We're gonna talk about the Joe Budden podcast, you guys. I'm on Patreon. I watch it all the time. My boyfriend clowns me all the time because most of the time that's what I'm watching. Like, I'm watching Joe Budden and everything I say, I'm like, yeah, they said. And he's like, who is they? Joe Budden and them. And I'm like, yeah. But I enjoy it. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy it anymore after Rory and Mal left. And I was just so mad at Joe with the whole thing. But I'm still here and I'm still enjoying somewhat. There are things going on with the pod. There are so many things going on with the pod that could be better. So let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about Joe real quick to get that out the way, okay? So Joe is a dick, which we all know. And I won't say all the time. I do think that underneath everything, Joe is a fine human being. I think he's fine. He's just got a lot going on and he likes being difficult and everything. It's fine. Can I just say, and this is way off topic, I'm gonna get back on Joe, but the fact that he bought them all Christmas gifts, and I thought that was extremely sweet, and he was so happy to give, which was so cute to watch. And none of them, or at least they didn't tell us that they got him anything. Maybe they did, and that's not something that they highlighted or showed, but it made me sad that none of them got him anything in return. And I'm sure, I'm sorry, I'm sure that's not why he did it. Like, we don't give to get something in return. But I also remember, like, years ago, Joe saying that people don't really give him good gifts. And, they don't really gift him, I guess, because he's the one that makes the money or whatever. And yeah, I just feel like they could have at least tried, like, do something. I don't know. But anyway, that's off. So anyway, in terms of him being a little bit of a jerk, I felt like Joe was a jerk because to me, he would like make digs at them and just different things. Like, I feel like he reprimands them on air, which is not cool. But and then, he's just kind of snippy at them sometimes. But I do feel like it's now that I have the Patreon, which I've been on for a while now, but they're doing the behind the scenes, everything. And especially today's episode, the Bavarian Cream episode, you could see where he's just frustrated with them. And I kind of understand. The fact that they are always late, and I won't say all of them because it looks like Melissa's on time. We're going to talk about her. It looks like Ice is on time. Parks is on time. But Ish, what's his name? Flip. Mark is there. Y'all, Mark is hilarious. We're gonna get to him too. But yeah, I just feel like he's just frustrated. And the fact that he had to talk to Flip about number one, going to TMZ, which was very shitty. Very shitty. And I feel like that really bothered him, and rightfully so. Number two, uploading the fact that he got arrested, and then the whole thing with Imani fighting and everything. And I just feel like he feels as if they're not treating this like a real job, which they are not, because they come in and they do what they want to do per the behind the scenes. Ish was late to the last pod. He comes in, he's taking vitamins. They're on air now. He's taking vitamins, he's making tea. And then we see Joe is just like, hold on. Do I need an on air sign? And I just feel like, yeah, as a manager, which I am, I would be pissed off. Like, first of all, that's like somebody coming in late, but you got a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Like, you're late, but you stopped at Dunkin'. What, really? That's what Ish was doing to him. Like, you see that we're on air. Sit the fuck down. Like, this is your job. I'm paying you to do this job. It's crazy to me that it's just so much disrespect. Flip, we're not even going to get into Flip because they say it's part of his contract, this and that or whatever. And I really don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, to me, Flip is... A lot of people I see in the comments on Patreon don't like him. Some do. A lot don't. To me, he's like comic relief a little bit. Sometimes he has the outburst, which is just like, okay, hold on, try to focus. But half the time, it's a much needed laugh that we get from Flip. So I don't mind Flip. And again, I feel like stuff that he does is just expected, which is it's unfortunate that he has that sort of reputation, but it just kind of is what it is. So Mel going crazy about the fact that he's late and he does whatever he wants to do is just ridiculous to me, and we're going to get to that. But let's finish with Joe and the fact that he wants this to be like a job. He wants the respect from them. However, he gives them absolutely no consequences whatsoever. It's like someone constantly complaining about someone or something. However, they're not doing anything to change the situation. You're not giving any sort of consequences. You're not trying to find a different job. You're not trying to, you know what I mean? So it's just like he is complaining. He gives the little digs on air and all that. And it's like, he's kind of looking real weak because where are the consequences? If you want them to treat it like a real job, then you have to treat it like a real job. You have to manage it like a real job and like a real boss, Joe. Case in point, Melissa Ford up there getting drunk while at work, and some people think it's cute. Most people think it's not cute and unprofessional, and I would be on the latter side of it. And I just think you're in front of your boss, and he's allowing this. He thinks it's cute. Merlot Mel, or whatever they call her, Mel, shit's not cute. It's not funny. She talked a couple pods ago, or last pod or whatever, about being high. She's drinking this stuff or whatever, and she's like, I'm just getting high. That shit's not cute. It's not funny. And it's like, he's allowing it. And you either allow the disrespect and the unprofessionalism and you go with that, or you try to get them to be more professional. You can't have it both ways, Joe. So that's one thing. Then we go to her constantly calling him a bitch, which makes me so mad, you guys. Like, I don't like it. I do think it's funny that people, when women call men bitches, to me, I don't know, I chuckle. I think it's funny. But the fact that she is constantly doing it to him, and I cringe because I'm thinking, damn, this is your boss. Number one. Number two, Why are you doing that? Number three, didn't you have a problem with the whole word bitch box? Bitch box. Do y'all remember? It was a whole episode. It was a whole thing with her and Ish. And she was mad that everything that came out of Ish's mouth was bitch and box or whatever. And now everything that comes out of her mouth is bitch and fuck. And she can say the P word with no problem, you guys. And I'm just not that way. Like, she doesn't represent women well to me. She just doesn't. Like, there's times when she should be able to have our backs, and they're discussing something and they go to mail for a woman's perspective, a woman's point of view, and she is not there for us. Like, either she can't articulate it well, or she just is not on our team, and she suddenly is on the man. I don't know. Like, she just doesn't represent women, number one. I don't understand why she's here, because half the time she's not paying attention. She's not giving any input. And when she does give input, who cares? Who cares? And I'm sorry, I know there's this whole dog piling on male thing, and I don't subscribe to that, because I just feel like, listen, what is she talking about anyway? And half the time when they say something to her, they're right. Mel lies. Melissa Ford lies. When her and Ish got into it about the whole, did she apologize to Ish? And she's like, yeah, I sent him a text and this and that. And he's like, no, you didn't. I believed him right off the bat. She's a liar, you guys. And so it's hard to listen to her not knowing if what's coming out of her mouth is real or a lie. She's been caught in so many lies, and that's the truth. Number two, they don't even want a woman there. I know they say they want her there for a woman's perspective, which she is not successful in giving, but they don't, because anytime she says anything, they all kind of just make fun of what she's saying, or they, have something to combat it. Nobody is just ever like, oh, you know what, you got a point. It's never conversation like they do clown her. And I think it's just because they don't respect what she says, because she's never really saying anything of substance. I'm sorry, she isn't. We know her as, or she wants to be known as this video vixen that has a high vocabulary. However, she can't articulate well. She just can't. I'm sorry. She whispers on the microphone. Very unprofessional. Why are you doing that? This is a podcast. You're here to talk. Talk. Like, we need to hear what you're saying. Then half the time they're talking about something for 10 minutes. They go to her and she takes 5 minutes to answer. It's like, well, and I'm like, what were you doing the 10 minutes they were just talking about this? Were you not thinking? Like, were you not into the conversation where you know what they're talking about and what needs to be said? Like, why are you and stuff all over the mic, or either just quiet for 30 seconds, which is a long time to just be quiet on the mic? Like, she's just very unprofessional, and I don't understand why she's here, you guys. I don't understand why she's here. She's just not interesting. She's not interesting. She's not entertaining. Her voice is off-putting. Everything that she says out of her mouth, with all the cursing and the trying hard, is very off-putting. And again, I just don't feel like they really want to know a woman's perspective, because of the way they just blow it off anytime she has something to say anyway. So then just get rid of her. Because I'll tell you what, I love a dude cast. Like, I love a dude cast. Whenever I click on and she's there, I'm just like, fuck. Because it's just way more entertaining. I watched the Joe Budden podcast for a male's perspective. I know Joe feels like he needs a woman's perspective, and we need to get a woman on the show, and everybody in the comments is like, replace her with this person and that lady. We don't need a woman on there. And I think it's been clear over the years that anytime he has women on there, we don't enjoy them at all. Seriously, we don't. And or either he just hasn't had luck in finding a woman that could relate to women and men, because Joe has a lot of women and men that watch the podcast. Um, and you know, Melissa Ford is just not good at that. And I don't watch them for a woman's point of view. And I don't feel like any of the women watch them for a woman's point of view. It's a male podcast, or at least it used to be, and it should be again. And I watch it for a male's point of view. I'm a woman. I know a woman's point of view because I'm a woman. I don't need it. I don't need it. If I want a woman's point of view, I'll watch Poor Minds. Shout out to Drea and Lex. Now, those are some girls that can keep up. And those are some girls that know how to entertain and know how to keep a conversation flowing and professional. Like, yeah, they be getting toe down, but it's different. It's different. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to make a quick video about things that I feel about the podcast. Okay, I'm a little channel, I know, and but I watch it. It's what I do in my spare time, or when I'm at work and have a little, well, not even downtime. Like, I can just listen to the pod while I'm working. It's what I enjoy. So yeah, I have opinions on it. I have a channel. So boom, there it is. Ice, I feel like, needs to stop wearing those glasses. Joe too, because I do feel like that is unprofessional as well. Like, it's a podcast, it's a visual podcast where we want to feel connected. And when you have sunglasses on, there's no connection there. Like, why are you on here on camera with sunglasses on talking? And yeah, it just makes no sense to me. Just some of the stuff needs an overhaul. But let's talk about real quick Mark Lamont Hill, you guys. So funny. He is so funny to me, you guys. He's so smart and just so funny. He has this dark humor that reminds me of my man, my man, my man. So maybe that's why I like him so much. But he just has this dry humor, but the shit be comedy. He is a great addition to the pod. And I just enjoy him. Let's talk about the behind the scenes with Ian. And a lot of people don't like it on Patreon. I see that. I think Ian is funny, you guys. I feel like maybe he be watching a lot of reality shows with his wife or something, because he be trying to do confessionals, or either he's trying to do the, I want to say, well, a lot of people say Curb Your Enthusiasm, but they don't talk in like confessionals on Curb Your Enthusiasm, but that's what he be doing. Like, he's actually talking and like the confessionals on reality shows or whatever. So, or even The Office. I think The Office used to do that too. So, just funny to me. I think he's funny. I mean, yeah, I think he's funny. So, yeah, that's it. I feel like, what else do I have to say? I think that's it. I don't have any opinions on anything else except, uh, yeah, that's it. Melissa Ford needs to go, you guys. Hootie hoo. I know she has people that really like her and some that really don't. And you know where I stand on that. It's clear. But yeah, this was just a video about my opinion about mainly Melissa Ford and the fact that she's fucking up my favorite pod, you guys. And I just need Joe to know we don't need a woman's point of view on there. Women don't watch you for that. Women don't watch you for a woman's point of view. Stop it. And, I'll be watching. All right, you guys. If you're new to the channel, once again, of course, I don't talk about Joe Budden's podcast all the time. I think I've only done 1 or 2 videos about it, but it is what I spend a lot of my day watching. So I wanted to give my opinion on some things. But mainly I do like reviews and things like that. But I'm just going to start doing what I want to do, basically. And like I said, if it's something that interests you, then watch that video. If it's not, then I'll catch you in the next one. But stick around. And like, comment, subscribe. And if you're still here, you're the real MVP. I will see you guys in my next video. Smooches.